Evening all, and welcome back to Timberborn here on Lake Biwa, where things have changed. I noticed the layout is completely different. That is because I've kind of restarted. I actually decided to edit the map. It wasn't possible to change the map we currently had, so I went in, I've added a metal deposit here, and I've added a metal deposit here. I've also got a sprinkling of chestnut trees around. These are birch mostly. I think everywhere there was maple trees, I put a bit of chestnut trees around just to mix it all in there. But that's the only change I've done. Those two there, a couple of chestnut trees, that's it. But I restarted, and I was originally going to follow the plan we currently had and do the layout out pretty much the same as we had originally, and then thought, no, I just want to, no. So we're here. We're at roughly the same tech level we were before. We've just got the scrapyard going. I haven't got the scrapper being built. We've got the scavenger flag scavenging things. That's fine. I've unlocked the stairs and platform. I've unlocked the levee. I have unlocked the large barracks, which we have one of. Kind of need another one. We've got a couple of homeless beavers. We've got lots of homeless beavers, so we should probably do that. But we're having trouble with trees. We're having trouble with logs. Quite a severe trouble with logs. Although a large barracks won't actually affect that if we put a large barracks. So let's do that. I'm going to put a large barracks in. Doesn't really matter here. I'm going to put it in there. Yeah, we'll put it in there. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. And we'll place it like that. Then we can put a thing on the edge here. But yeah. So yeah, the wall wheels have been moved to here to power some things up. We've got this here. I did have a gear workshop, and I put in some other things, and then I went, no, I don't want that. Deleted it and deleted the gear workshop. That was really stupid. So we have to rebuild the gear workshop. So I'm going to build two. Probably going to do a third plank and a third gear workshop here, but I can't remember how much speed these actually produce added together. So yeah, we'll figure it out once the drought finishes. We are roughly the same time as we were in the last one. I think we was on day 6, cycle 6, day 11. So we're just ending cycle 6 now. We'll be on cycle 7 soon. Here is our main tree farm. I have mostly maples, a single row of chestnut, and a single row of pine trees. And they're actually only chopping down the maple trees. They're going to leave the maple trees. They're going to leave one row of maple trees, one row of chestnuts, and one row of pine trees. And these storages all here are filtered to be the different types that we need. So we've got maple syrup there. We have scrap for this one here. We have chestnuts. Yep. And then this one has the pine resin in it. So we're going to put our tapper probably here on the end. I'm going to leave. I put some stairs in because I was originally going to put some things on top, but I'm kind of going to leave that for now. We probably will put some stuff on top, but I don't know what. We're going to put a tapper here, and we might put a gathering flag here, and they can gather the chestnuts and the resin, all the bits and pieces, and store them in all these here. Then they're going to be processed wherever they're going to be processed. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. Other than that, I think we're all good. I have this guy over here who's now run out of places to chop down trees. Although, something I did notice. Saplings can jump. They can jump. So, he has been told to clear off all this area here, everything. You know, all the trees you can chop down. And it was moaning that I didn't have anything in range. A sapling has jumped up a level and has planted it. And they was like, hey, I can chop down that sapling. That's cool. That's really cool. This was completely clear. We've got a couple of trees at the back here. But they jump. So saplings can climb hills, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting, because it adds to like here. This was all cleared out. We have a sapling here as well. Yeah, that's very interesting because it makes it a bit more interesting when you're doing things. This has got a bit mad up here. Birch spreads really quickly. But it's interesting because it means trees can spread. And although I don't think it would actually happen, potentially a tree could spread into a river. So if this tree, actually let's take this tree. if this tree was looking to spread, as the water died and went and started going away, it would be green for a brief moment in time because the water would feed down. This would stay green whilst the water feeds away from here. So a sapling could appear in a river. It's going to be a very niche case and very small, but I think I saw it. I don't think it was on this map. I'm pretty sure I saw saplings in rivers that weren't supposed to be there. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Speaking of the river, I have dammed off this part here, but left this open. Because if we dam both of them off, the water wants to flow this way for some bizarre reason. I don't know why it doesn't split, but it wants to flow this way. So I dammed that off, let that one flow there. This area here actually backfills from here, which is awesome. And also, this is the other major change. We have levied off the entire area here. I did plan this in the last map, but we've levied off this entire area here, and we just have two dams which leave the water here. So this will fill up with water, and it will hold water for a while. Got an extra water tank down here. I think the biggest difference, I didn't have the water pumps, which we have now. So, yeah. So the water tanks. Sorry. So the river flows down into here, and this can now be used for our aquatic farms, which is kind of what I want to get into because we need that. Got some platforms here. This is the lowest priority of stuff because we aren't really getting any platforms in because we aren't getting the trees in because everything's terrible. But we will. We will. These maple trees, they take 30 days to grow. They're about halfway there. We've got a long time left yet for them. But yeah, we have the opportunity. These are gonna go first because these want the lumber mills want the wood. They're turning it into planks, which is being installed here, and gears are being installed here. I should have put gears the other side. I had a gear one this side. That's what it was. I had a gear one this side, and then I destroyed it by mistake. So, yeah, bit of a problem. You need more logs, so you're going to take your time, but we will get there. We will get there. We need more logs, and I can't really get anywhere to get any more logs. There's none that are accessible just on the ground waiting for us. Everything would need us to either build a stair or a new town centre or something like that. Right, these are way too far away. Or maybe not. Maybe they're not too far away. If we could put a stair in here, boom, and make it a priority, and then put in a couple of lumberjacks up here, we could say, hey, would you drop down all these trees here, giving us access to more, which is what we want. We want much more. There's no tree there. There's no tree there. Don't worry about that side for the minute. You've got your log, but you need 4 planks. You should now get planks before this does, because this is a lower priority. And then these are the lowest priority out here, so they're not going to get them anyway. The idea of building the platforms here is that the aquatic farm is a the farmhouse is a 2x3, so it's 2 wide by 3 long. The aquatic farm is a 3x2, so it's 3 wide by 2 deep, 2 long. So it's exactly the same size as that, but the door is on this side instead of the long side, on the long side rather than the short side. So we can put that in here on the end with a little stairway down, and you can access it. But I hope all of this in here. If we kind of put it in the centre, these two are the centre. I'm going to try and put we might do 2 in, 1 here and 1 here. Should cover the whole area. We could fill the whole area with things, and then we've got areas for storages and other things. Because you grill some of them and do some other things. That's something that I need to remember here as well. We need a grill over here because chestnuts get grilled. So maybe we could put a grill over here as well, but then we would need another storage for... Grills are Do you see that? The grill does potatoes, it does chestnuts, or it does... Can't remember what the other one's called. New crops, can't remember what it's called. STHedgehog. Does STHedgehog. I'm kind of thinking that... I mean, the grill's too... I put the grill up. There. Can't really put it on top here and have space for a storage. Although I kind of could if I put we did 2 platforms in the centre. Now I don't know how many chestnuts these provide. Let's go and find a chestnut tree. 3 in the tree, 3, 3. I'm not sure how quickly they grow either. I don't think putting 2 grills in is worth it. Trying to think about where I want to put the storage for chestnut, for grilled chestnuts. I mean, really down here somewhere where the food is. That would make so much sense. Having these are the raw ones, and having the grills and stuff in here would make more sense. I want to leave this space free for potato farms. I don't expect 1 row of chestnuts to be enough to keep our place going. This is more of a little, like a tide over, just to try and fill our coffers for a bit. So as in, like, fill our just fill our storage with some chestnuts, with some maple, with some pine, maple syrup, and some pine resin. That's kind of the idea there. But we do need to unlock something. So let's unlock the tappers set. Now this one produces this one does the maple syrup and the resin. Well, I could put it on top there and it would do the job. And then I could put the other grill over there, and then in between I could put the storage for grilled chestnuts, and then our beavers could come all the way out here for grilled chestnuts. Don't know if that's such a good idea. I could also put it in here. I don't think it really matters. Yes, they go long ways for food and things, but it's not desperate early on in the game. So I kind of like the idea of doing that, and it leaves some space around for some other things. I just don't know where to put the gatherer's flag for the chestnut. Well, the gatherer's flag could go right on the end of there, and that would not matter. So I think this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. So I'm going to say, would you build that? Would you then put another storage in there? Would you put the tappers shack there and the grill there? And then we'll connect them all up with a road soon. We'll delete that road there. Yes. We'll go gatherer. I'm really hoping you don't get any berries in your range. You aren't awesome. Good. I only want you to grab the chestnuts. Right, this is being built, so let's put in some lumberjacks up here. We'll put in 2. Get them going. They've got nowhere to take their storage to, but I mean, I could always change this into a oh, there's not that many trees there as I thought, actually. Ah, that's... I thought that was all flat. It deceived me. It deceived me from this angle. I thought it was all flat. Because, I mean, we could always build a second tree farm out here for more wood. I think this will suffice for us once it gets going, which is going to take a while. It's going to take a while. We need to be like day 15 of cycle 7 before anything grows. 15 or 16. So but our workers can do that. That's not a problem. They'll also start building these as we get more planks. Planks are quite scarce at the moment. See, if this was flat up here, I would be tempted to put in a forester and have it plant the whole area. But seeing as it goes up, it might be a little awkward to do. And realistically, this is a better area if we're going to do it. We could dam off the end here. It will refill backwards but won't pour out. We'll pour out to 50% like this does, and this area stays green all the time. So that might be the better area for our tree farm, our second tree farm. Get going, and then up here we can do things with water dumps and stuff to get other crops. I think that's a good plan. We'll enact that later. Right now, yeah, we need wood right now, but I don't want to spend everything on wood. This needs to get going to find out whether it is any good. If it's struggling, then we'll figure stuff out. So, right now, what we really want to do is kind of get our aquatic farm going if we can. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. Does require planks. We don't have any planks. That's a problem because we're building all this here. So we need to build this. Actually, we need to build this down here. So I kind of need things to just build. Also need that tool to shoot. One of the things I want to do as well is move this gatherer to here somewhere. Probably actually here with a little path. So we'll get rid of these 2 blueberry bushes. Let's do that now. You can go. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to put a gatherer here with a little road, and then this whole area behind here that's spreading automatically can be our berries, because we don't need that many. We really don't need that many. We only need them for the breeding pods. We can get 4 breeding pods in here. We might be able to get some more if we put some stairs going up on top of this, if we want to do that. And if I put a gatherer's flag in, if I put it in there, he's got to walk around to here to get to the berries. If I put it there, he's got access to all these berries like he is. So that makes more sense to do it that way. And we'll put in like another 2 breeding pods there because we have carrots that give us life expectancy. So the base is approximately 10, and by 10 I mean, I've explained this before, but I'm going to explain it again. The breeding pod, a natural breeding pod, can support about 10 beavers with no bonuses. If they're just living on their own out in the wilderness and eating berries and drinking water, then by the time the 10th child is born, the first adult will die, and it keeps roughly 10 beavers. If you factor in bonuses like shelter, which gives you 25%, that's on the base number. Something I need to remember here, it's all on the base number. So 25% of 10 is 2.5. So 2 to 3, so it ups the number to 13. The carrots are 30% life expectancy, so that's 3 on the base 10, so that ups the number to 15 or 16, because the previous one is 2.5, so 15.5 beavers. But grilled STHedgehog has a 15% chance, which is a 1.5 day. So we're going to 15.5, 16 to 17 beavers. So one of these roughly supports 17 beavers. No longer the 15, so it's not 30 for 2, it's now 34 for 2. So you see, it's adding more things that increase life expectancy. Means you have beavers for longer. Also, having things like the campfire and the rooftop terraces, which I don't really build but probably should, they can increase how quickly a child grows up, a kid grows up to being a adult. So it doesn't make them age faster, they still have the same age. But they might be, say right now they need to be 4 years old before they're considered an adult. If they have enough fun, they can cram that all into 2 years and become an adult at 2 years old, which means you get 2 days more work out of the beaver. So with the added life expectancy and the campfire and rooftop terraces making it better, your whole colony just thrives for more. You have more beavers to do it. So that's why I kind of want to get the aquatic farm going with the spader dock, get it grilled up, because it's free life expectancy, means more beavers. Free beavers. Love it. Okay, now I've explained that for about the 15th time. I'm really sorry if I repeat myself over and over again, but there might be one new person watching, and I'd rather repeat myself 5 times so that one new person hears it than somebody go, well, I don't know how that works. And more importantly as well, I'm learning more about how it goes as well. I was like, these are 15, and then we've got a new one that adds 15%. So add 15% to 15, and it's not. It's on the base. So yeah. We see here, this one is 5 days old, and is going to reach adulthood probably sometimes today. So they're going to be 5 or 6 by the time they're an adult. Whereas with the campfires adding, if I actually pause this for a minute here and come down whilst we've got a child selected, fun. Is it fun? Or was it social life? Social life. Growth speed. Growth speed increased by 15%. Growth speed, so that's 30% faster. So if it's 6 days, 30% faster is going to be 1.5 days off that ish. So it makes them a bit quicker. But then the Lido, the mud bath, and the carousel all add more stuff to it as well. So with the carousel, the campfire and rooftop terrace is 50%, so they age up in like 3 days. Add the mud bath and Lido to it, you'll end up at about 2 days. Beavers will be 2 days old when they're considered adults. It's not child labour, they're considered adult. It's a different thing. Okay, so but we're way off the carousel, but we're not way off the mud bath. The carousel requires power and iron and things like that. The Lido and the mud bath require reinforced planks, which aren't all that bad. So yeah, and the observatory is knowledge, that's horsepower and stuff like that. Well, the mud bath does require power as well, that's 50 power, but the Lido doesn't, so yeah. Okay, so now this is a new thing as well. Some buildings have multiple recipes which you have to pick before they can operate. So I'm going to come in here with a current recipe, and you're going to do grilled chestnuts. Okay, and you are going to go none and none, and you are going to take grilled chestnuts, all the grilled chestnuts. Oh, there we go. And zoop, there we go. Now, something else I need to point out. I'm going to do this a distance away. That was pointed out to me, and I didn't realise. Let's go over here, out the way of our builders. When you are building a building that has multiple recipes, you can set the recipe before the building is built. So it will automatically kick in as soon as it's built. I really, really wish they would apply that to storages. So I could set the storages to what I want before it's built. So I don't have to worry about pausing the game and it taking the wrong things into it because I want to filter it to what I want to do. So please do that. Okay, you've managed to clear out the whole area there. We could go up another level. There's no real harm in going up another level. Boom. We could then put a forester up here and do what we want to do. So we might manage the forestry. Who knows? And again, that will get built before anything else because well, it won't get built before that. Let's turn down the tapper stack. Yeah. So we have some chestnuts in stock. Well, we did have. We had 9 grilled chestnut in stock. We don't now, because you are chopping down the chestnuts here. That's fine. Our woodcutters are not chopping down anything here. I did toy with the idea of just having like a stack of maple trees and a stack of chestnut trees and a stack of pine trees, and letting the woodcutters chop them all down and letting the tappers and gatherers do it as well. I feel it would work once we fill our storage up. It's like it would chop down all the wood, and once we've not using any more wood, then they would live long enough to get their growth on them, and then they could be used that way. But it hurts you early on because you're not getting the bonuses from the different food types, or not getting the other storages from the tree types. Just because your little cutters are always going to chop trees down. Also, if you're reliant on, say for instance, the grilled chestnuts for keeping your beavers alive, so they've got food to stay alive, and you suddenly put in a big project to demand loads of wood, all your chestnut trees are going to get chopped down, and no more chestnuts. Problem. So, don't want to do that. You can reach all the way up top. You can reach all the way up top. Yeah, I think we probably will. We'll put a forest room like here, and just slap the whole area with whatever trees we want. Get to plant it. We've got another source of wood out here. That's fine. We can also put in a water wheel here and get something going on here, because the water's quite strong here, especially right at the source. It looks quite strong. Everything's been built here. Oh, the drought has started, so I missed it. I don't know how fast these were running. Okay. Well, that's good, because this is going to stop, and because this stops, that means we're going to get logs in. And because we get logs in, everything's going to be fine. Now, I wanted to put more farms up here, and that's not going to happen with this patch becoming dry and barren and horrible. So we need to deal with that. I can't put dams in here, because if I do, because this is a dam, the water will flow this way. I could replace this dam with a levee. Instead. So the water will come down and just block up and then go back and flow along that way. This, as I said, fills up from backfill from here. So I think we might do that. I think we might replace that with a levee. And then put a dam up here. And that would allow water to flow into this. And then it would hold the water for a certain amount of time, which would keep the land greener. Although I think it's this side. But if I put a dam there, I could then levee there. Sorry, I then could put dams here, which would hold the water in here for longer, keeping this greener. We do need a better solution for that, though. We would definitely need a water dump or something in here somewhere. But to do that, we need explosive or something, because we need to do it. So maybe we could put a water dump right back here, just directly behind the district, and that will keep all this land green for crop. Alternatively, we could do crop down here, where we was going to do the tree farm, which we're not now. So maybe we'll do crop down here. That might make more sense. That would make more sense. Lots of sense. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. You can be removed. You're no longer needed. And we might put a scrapper up here. You can grab all that scrap there. And then we'll put a path in there to connect this all up. Not that our actual... we don't actually reach this far, we stop here. So actually a scrapper wouldn't work there. Nope, would not work there. It would only work if we put it back here. But that's okay, because you should easily be able to reach them still. So we'll do that. There we go. Okay. Get rid of that scrap in the end there. That's fine. Yeah, we'll put a second farm in here, which means we need to put in a dam here. Yeah, put it there. That'll do. And if we put in a levee here, so if I remove this, put in a levee, levees completely block the water, dams let 50% of the water through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it in here, which means I need to disconnect this from the rest of the colony, which I'm going to do overnight. But the problem to that is there are woods on this side, although we would have wood on this side once this is built. So can we prioritise that, please? These are no longer connected. How much wood is in these? 6 and 4. Yep, I'm going to risk it. We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it and see what happens. Come on, everyone go to bed. Everyone go to bed. Okay, right, stop. So we're going to destroy that and that and that. And then we're going to go 3 dams. We're going to get the priority system and go very high priority. And then we're going to run a path over the top. We don't have access to our wood. 164 wood in here and whatever's inside here. We only have access to the wood that's here. And we need 60 wood. I may have made a mistake here already. Yeah, that might have been a problem. That might, yeah, that might be wrong. Might be bad. Well, we'll leave it. We'll see what happens. I don't think there's enough wood here to actually build what we want to build. If I'm honest with you, I don't think I've calculated this correctly. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. But we'll find out whether there was enough in the next episode, because time has run out from us. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.